Welcome back, friends. Okay, last we left off, we were checking out our brand new, what is this class called? Witch Hunter. Griswold. Griswold. I wonder where his peg leg is. That'll be an interesting thing to find if we can give it him. Right. So, these are the things that Griswold can do. Let's check out how Griswold can get leveled up. Okay, so what is the so you can put him in a. He doesn't have a tactical benefit to an army. He has a strategic map benefit, but no tactical benefit, and then he has a local combat benefit. So local combat wise, he is weapon strength, fighter, defensive. Oh, missile damage. Is he on a horse? I wonder. Okay, so he's got a pistol. That could be quite interesting, actually. That could be really interesting. What's his range? 90. That's not the best, but it's not too bad either. It's just that, like, muskets are 120-ish. Be quite interesting. Chance of spotting foreign armies. Nearby foreign armies, okay. Charge bonus, melee bonus, percentage of points, okay, percentage. Leadership. Let's check out all the pips, just to make sure there isn't extra stuff there that isn't in like level 1, because sometimes in level 1 they'll give you like one benefit, and then like in level 3 they'll give you an extra one. It's interesting. He is combat he can fight, but he's not as combat focused as, for instance, Karl Franz would be in the long run anyway. So right, let's check out this. He can accusation. He can do an accusation. Duration 20 seconds and it does direct damage. Okay. Strong versus skilled combatants, weak versus multiple enemies. Okay. I guess this is some sort of new ability. Resolve +2 leadership, +5 leadership, more leadership. Great. Magical resistance. This is ward save. This 10% ward save is quite cool. Oh, this is interesting. He gets a bonus versus large. So, I wonder then what classifies as large monsters. We fought some orcs. Some of those were large. We're gonna have to double check. I would very much like to know what the classification on large is. This is something that we'll learn really over time. Okay. The top line here, these are interesting, but they won't drastically change how you use them. This accusation is quite nice because it gives them an active offensive ability. That's not an active. That's an active, but this is a acceleration speed buff, so you can kite and fight a bit harder. For 19 seconds at least. Accusation is an offensive nuke ability that he gets. And now let's check out his strategic line. You can spy. Spy action and enemy hero success chance is modified by an initial 8% in own province deployed by an additional 8%. Does that mean I have a base? What's my base of that action? Right, this is 15. Okay, so 15 and 8. Fine. That makes sense. Let's get back in there. He can assassinate. Okay. He can harass. Okay. Generate extra income from buildings. Okay. Blessed by Volkmar. Volkmar reduces, yes, corruption from chaos and the other guys. Infiltration damages 2 additional wall breaches. Damage walls 2 additional wall breaches in target settlement. Okay. You can watch guard. What does guard do? Reduces the success chance of an enemy hero's action against the parent army. Okay. So this ability allows him to protect the friendly army to prevent other agents doing things to that army. This increases the army blocks range. So this gives a bonus to how well he can stop an army moving. Reduces corruption again. So this is +3. Okay, what about this one? So these two combined. That in theory is a lot of corruption reduction. Wound recovery hardy. Okay. I wonder. It's hard to say how effective of a combat force he will be with this combat line. I can see him being far more useful on the strategic level in map play, where we can off enemy heroes, block armies, guard our own armies, and do some other stuff. And do this corruption stuff, for instance. Okay, so that's checking him out. Right. What are we actually going to do with him, though? That is the question. What are we actually going to do with him? What do we need to do with him? What was our actual plan? Right, so our plan was that we were going to go north and take all of this stuff. Even though, really... Press tab for a second. Slovenia, right? Eastern and Western Slovenia. Wind conditions really encourage us to go this way and clean these bad guys out. Because here, I guess, is the undead. Let's double check that. Right. Yes, exactly. Reclaim Slovenia, either by direct ownership or through vassalage. Eastern and Western, and we have to destroy the vampire counts, which is why... Yes, exactly. So the vampire counts are in Slovenia. But we also need to take all of this land. This land is my land. So the question is, what is the effective way to achieve that victory? Have a look at this map for a second. This chunk, wasteland. Yeah. This is Bretonia. I would very much like to ally with the west sector, with the people to the west, which is like Bretonia, and these, I guess these are dwarves. Let's just zoom in a second. Yeah, exactly, this is Bretonia. This is, I guess, another version of Bretonia, and another version of Bretonia. There's dwarves and dwarves. Dwarves and dwarves and dwarves. I like to do that. I like to ally them up, so we don't have to worry about getting backstabbed by wild roaming armies. And then proceed. The original plan was a clockwise rotation, taking the north, swinging back down, and cleaning up Slovenia. Right, that was the original plan. I don't know if it's worth to reevaluate this plan. Let's see how many friends we've lost by declaring war in the north. So actually, it might be too late to stop this plan, because this 1, 2, 3 guys don't like us very much. Yeah. Yes, they don't. Do you want to be our friend? Wisenland. Let's see if you're Wisenland enough to be our friend. No.
Can judge it worthy or no.
Disappointment. Always a disappointment. Who would like to trade with us? Can we trade? Oh, we're already trading. No, we're not already trading. I guess these are the people that we could, in theory, trade with.
Ask your favour,
Trade
and I
agreement?
will check with the Demas Crom that you owe.
They rejected our offer. Why does no one want to make any money? Doesn't make any sense. Attitude. Let's arrange by attitude. See who likes us. What is this? We're already trading. Want to trade with these guys. Let's see if these guys want to trade. You guys want to trade?
Only
I don't want to trade.
God Ulrich can judge it worthy or no.
I don't know what that does. Whatever. Nothing interesting. Okay then. What's
I
this?
will marshal the band.
Alright, this is this army. This is armored and shielded, unshielded. Do these guys, you know, this is our rifle army, by the way. If you haven't realized, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rifleers, handgunners. This guy is going to be the rifle general. The reason he's going to do that is because he's going to have the pistolier corps. Hold the line. Pistolier Corpse. Inspiring Presence. Yes, yes, yes. He won't be able to fight very well, but yeah, it's a choice that we make. Something for something, right? I'm gonna have amazing rifleries. And some extra stuff here. Probably very good artillery as well. Now, this guy, on the other hand, he can have hold the line, but he doesn't have to get the hold the line from the tactical line. Like, check this out. Because for our leader, for the Lord, where was hold the line? Hold the line was here. It's in the tactical line, right? 100% charge resistance. But for... he's a melee specialist. What is the technical... the Empire Captain... for the Empire Captain, hold the line is up here. So this is quite interesting. Because that means that if we have an army that doesn't have the tactical line, we can just take this guy, put it in, and get the benefit of that. Otherwise, he is a... he does some melee stuff, foe seeker, so he's an actual specialist. Like, unlike the Witch Hunter, this guy is designed to deal damage to people, because he has a dedicated damage dealing ability there, and I assume the last one was a damage dealing ability as well. Yes. Deadly Onslaught, Foe Seeker, Charge Bonus Speed Vigor, Charge Bonus Armor Piercing Vigor. Deadly Onslaught does not override Foe Seeker, so he gets 2 dedicated damage abilities. So he is designed to go in and break some face. Now, let's check out his special. These lines, right? Signals, warning, resistance to missiles. 10% is nothing to really write home about, you know. Whoop-de-doo. I don't think this 10% is worth it. A skill point at the rank 8. Horse, flying horse, marshal. Okay, so we were building him this way. Interesting. Interesting. What then? Patrol ambushes, right? He can do more ambush damage. Authoritarian. Action modified by additional 1+1 in a foreign... aha. So when we deploy him in a foreign province, he can reduce that province's public order by extra. An ambusher increases casualties on a target. Siege holder increases siege time. Recruitment cost. This is... it depends if we go on a wild shopping spree. This isn't as interesting as these other 3. Champion. 8% chance of killing the target. 8. What was on this guy?
The nation calls.
This guy had a 15. Just under double. If we max this, it's just under double. Okay, let's check Homeboy
Raise
out.
Sigma.
Exemplar. This is interesting. This exemplar ability is potentially crazy powerful. It depends what else we could stack this with. If this works and does not bug out, +3 experience is amazing. Assuming that you build units there en masse and then move this guy around again to do some other stuff. Assault garrison. Assault. Okay, this is, you do this in a city. Right, and this is another very good ability. This gives this allows him to give units experience in an army that this guy joins. So if we put him in an army and he has this ability, he'd be generating experience for them every turn. And corruption reduction. This guy is not particularly good at corruption reduction because he only has one of these corruption reduction abilities, while the Witch Hunter has 2. Yes, the Witch Hunter has 2. And Hardy. This is okay. This I think is not nearly as impressive as like Deadly Onslaught, for instance. This build Hardy should really be something far more interesting than a -1 wound recovery time. This is pretty dang boring. Moreover, it's not worth this final position at the end of the strategic progression tree. So let's summarize here. So our melee specialist, the Empire Captain, is focused on dealing damage, supporting and training troops, and giving us high-level troops. He is better at it and at hurting enemy units. He's better at that, while this guy is far more focused on offing individual characters and reducing, I think he's far more focused on reducing corruption as well, because he has two abilities. What's the other one? Protagonist. He has two traits that reduce corruption. And obviously he can do some other stuff also. He's not as focused on combat as the other one simply because he doesn't have the active abilities, right? Like, instead of the Empire Captains, he has Stalker, while the Empire Captain has a 14-second or 12-second active ability that gives him a whole lot more damage stats. And same with this, even though this is an active, this is not a damage-orientated active, it's not an offense-orientated active. But he does have ammunition and a range attack, so we will see. We will see. Now, back to the situation at hand. I don't think we need our Empire Captain sitting in this army. The Empire Captain can be rolling around the map, doing other stuff for us, like seeing where the enemy armies are.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Right.
To the provinces.
Okay.
Tools of judgment ready.
Tools of judgment are ready. I wonder, do these guys wanna ally up with us maybe? No, this is the anti-social side.
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire this
Really
day.
don't wanna. They don't wanna. Like, really don't wanna. Okay.
I will marshal the band.
Right, then let us go ahead and proceed pushing northwards. We'll break James off, and James will start scouting for enemy armies, so we can engage and destroy them instead of the enemy armies backdooring our lines, which is what happened over here and over here beforehand, if you remember.
On march.
Let's try to off this guy. Bam.
You are judged.
Oh, we failed. Oh well.
Fine.
What does the Emperor bid?
Let's break James off.
Let us move.
And James is going to go scout this
Onwards.
ways.
Onwards.
So if I deploy him here, he will reduce the public order of the province by 5. Is that enough to... Interesting.
At
I
once,
guess
sir.
we can start on that.
Show me the accused.
And if I deploy our guy here, he'll reduce the cost of their buildings. Aha.
Bring me to my men.
Aha. The wizard. So let's have a look again at Karl Franz, just to... Right, so Karl Franz, like the Empire Champion, does have Foe Seeker. And also Deadly Onslaught. And Deadly Onslaught does not override Foe Seeker as an ability. Unlike Stand Your Ground overrides Rally. So instead of having 2 different cooldowns, you have one long ass cooldown. Anyone else want to have a look at this guy? I think that's good enough. We need to forge the defensive alliance. Wait, aren't these the guys that we're attacking? Nordland? It is as well, y'all. I have this funny feeling if we want our Runefang, we are not allowed to fight Nordland. But now does that mean we have completely fucked up our play session and can no longer get this Runefang? The Runefang is pretty cool. It's another active ability that we could activate to break people's spaces. This is really cool. If that's true, I'll be quite disappointed.
Yes. Ready.
Now the question is, are we going to stop fighting Nordland? And see what they have significant negatives towards us? I think it is too late to undo this because we will spend the next 50, 30, some 40 turns undoing all of these negatives. So, we will persevere, my friends. We will persevere and remove Nordland from the map. Yes. Yes, we will. This is deteriorating. Why is this deteriorating? Characters. Yeah. Need to invest some dough into this. Yeah. This army. This is Middenheim. That, whatever that city is, and that city. Weismund.
The nation calls.
We are going to go ahead and prepare for the assault. We have mortars. We have rifles. I'm pretty sure they don't even have defenses there. Okay. So, that's set in position.
By the comet. On march.
Oh wait. That's set in position, that's set in position. Let's re-examine the Reichland region. Okay, so pottery and strategic location. This location is of special importance to the Empire provinces and the undead. This may provide a unique building chain. Does that mean that this port is the unique building chain where it increases growth by a lot? Technologies. Oh, that's another thing we need to look at. We sort of skimmed over technologies, but we really should sit down and look at them. So if that's true, that means this is unique only to Altdorf, which means I have to have this building in Altdorf to maximize really the value of the city. Okay. Then I wonder if there are other provinces that are far more dedicated, because this is a money building, right? This is a straight up money building. They're 200G, 400G, 800G. This is a straight up money building. So then I wonder if we are ever so slightly misusing this building to make troops, where some other regions in the area can give us also these troops, but with much better multipliers. Like for instance, if we imagine that a region somewhere doesn't have this port, but instead of something has like plus damage to riflemen that you build out of that region, that'd be super cool, because then of course we build all of our riflemen from that one region, right? So maybe this is a little bit of a misuse of the Reichland. Maybe we should super stack the Reichland to be a money-making region. But considering how we started, I have this feeling that we should just see it through to the end. Because, well, we only have one region, right? Where else were we going to build any troops from? So I had to be here. Of course I had to be here. Okay. Well, we will do... Oh, what is... Recruitment capacity unlocks technology. +1 experience for... That doesn't give experience? No, that gives me more recruitment capacity. It allows halberdiers and Empire Knights. Where are Empire Knights? Empire Knights are in a cavalry line. Okay. Okay. Why a Reichsguard in this one off lonesome building? This forces me to build this building just to get Reichsguard. And Reichsguard are only better than Empire Knights, but not much better than these guys. Yes, yes, yes. To do. By the way, here's another very cool way to see which unit is better than the other. And this is at a very glance. It is very inaccurate also, but generally speaking, it's all based on the upkeep cost. This is 225 for these knights, right? And for the Right Guard, it's 300. So the people who made this game obviously think that Right Guard, because of their combination of stats, are a better unit than these knights. We're not going to argue with them. We'll just use that as a very good ballpark guessing, ballpark gauge to judge units on. I want to get some more wizards. I want to get this Luminarch as well. I want to get this tank. I want to get the MLRS. I want to get all of this stuff. We're going to get all this stuff. So let's go. I don't think we can really change much what's going on. We should really build this though. This is from 200 to 400, but it's also the growth that's nice. Then from 400 to 800, that's a 900. Income from all buildings increased by 50%, all regions in this province. Okay, do these others do this? Oops, no, we don't want to delete that. This doesn't do this. You see here, the Altdorf capital, city Altdorf, has cumulative multipliers on money. But these wee small ones do not. Wait a second, I remember there was some other kind of strategic resource here. What is this? Pastures, right? Grunberg. Where's Grunberg? Grunberg there. It's like the building browser. This is it, isn't it? Grunberg, Eilhart. Yeah. So this building is unique to Grunberg. It reduces the cost of Empire Horse Cavalry by 20%. It gives +3 experience for Pistoliers and Outriders, and +2 experience for Empire Knights and Reichsguard, which really makes this the Reichland a cavalry producing powerhouse, right? Which means that we should not when we get other regions, we should unbuild the barracks and rebuild the stables in its place. And also look at this as well, right? Like if you can look at the minor settlements, the minor settlements can only go to level 3 buildings, which means that a minor settlement can have a Reichsfort, which unlocks Reichsguard. However, a minor settlement, while it can have a levy, right, it can have this building to unlock these knights and outright grenade launchers. We might have to get some of these grenade launchers also. While a minor settlement can have this building, it can never have this building to build Demi-Griffin Knights, because it can't go to level 4, unlike Altdorf. So in the future we will need to remember to build the stables in Altdorf and probably the Reichsfort in one of these other smaller towns, because I had this funny feeling that we will have to build the magic shop, and we'll have to build a blacksmith and the armory to be able to get Demi-Griffin Knights and steam tanks and shit like that. We'll also have to unbuild the gunsmith to put it somewhere else. Reduce, yes, this is good. Warrior priest, he can heal troops pray. Is this all that this gives me? It's reduction in corruption. Reduction in corruption and very, very powerful witch hunters and warrior priests. And this is wizardry and Luminarch. Oh, yeah. I guess also pottery is a unique thing. That's another thing, is because the capital city multiplies money production. It multiplies this number here by 50%. So this would be 300 if we end up building it to max. And then we're at tier 5. Growth and casualty replenishment. Public order. Public order is okay, I guess. I'm not stressed about it just now. And income. Okay. I think there is a plan here. I think there is a plan. We'll implement this plan probably further down the line when we end up rebuilding the Reichland to better match its bonuses and presets. For now then, should we maybe cancel MLRS launches? Or just allow it to go through? Maybe we should allow it to go through and keep it until we are better prepared to implement them in another location. Let's do that. So, we're making some dough. We need to be making more dough. No, not that one, not this button. We'll need to... Going from 2 to 3 is not very impressive. The majority of the money in a village settlement comes from the Tailors Guild. Right? Yes, it does. The majority of money in a settlement, in a minor settlement, comes from the Tailors Guild. So we have to focus on Tailors Guild. This is a stepping stone for that. Going from 2 to 3 gives us more growth and an extra slot. Okay. Then in Altdorf, 500, 200. In Altdorf, we might have to build a blacksmith before we do anything else fancy, because it will give us access. It will give us access to. No, we need that for X-Guard. For X-Guard, we need this one up here. That's a lot of money for X-Guard. But this gives us access to great. Oh, right. Yeah. Halberdiers, we need this. Okay. Well, we didn't really do very much yet, have we? Moved some armies, moved some other stuff, talked a bit about progression and whatnot, and that's about it. I guess let's do this. Let's do a quick cut, my friends, and we'll catch you all in the next video.